Welcome back to America's Voice Live. Yesterday, the president made a proclamation that was very important to many Americans. It is now November 1st is the National Day of Remembrance for Americans killed by illegal aliens. We actually have one of those angel moms with us today. I want to bring in Sabine Durden Coulter. She is a board member for AVIAC, but maybe better known as Dom's mom. Sabine, welcome to the program.
Hi, Truda. Thanks for having me. Always good to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad we have you here today because I want our audience to understand what this means to folks like you that are in your situation, what this means, and why did the president do this?
Well, what it means to myself and thousands of other angel parents and angel siblings that we're finally recognized. We are not just ignored by the left media, which, you know, they call us alleged victims, if they even talk about us. We are now having standing in this. We are acknowledged. We are vindicated and recognized. And only President Trump has done this. And when I heard about it, I started crying. I couldn't believe it because it's been 8 years since my son was taken from me. And I've been fighting to be heard, to have him have a voice. And Donald Trump gave him that, and he gave us that. And he recognized that we matter. Our children, our loved ones taken by illegals matter.
You are such an amazing voice for this, I have to say. And you've been talking about this for so long. The president was talking about this in 2016, about the need for a border wall. So many people say, oh, there's no need for a border wall. This is unfair. Explain what a border wall means to families, not only on this side of the border, but the other side, because it's keeping people safe on both sides, correct?
That's exactly it. A border wall keeps the people from the other side safe because they are being brought over with a promise of everybody lives in a mansion and drives a Rolls Royce and everything is for free. Actually, you interviewed a brave filmmaker last week about the movie America's Forgotten. And Dominic is featured in that movie. And it shares how this little girl from India, her mom brought her over not for escaping poverty, but for financial gain, and how our homeless are affected. Every American in every city, in every state is affected by illegal immigration because it costs us about $135 billion that could go to our own people in need. So the wall is necessary. And I like to remind people that they don't keep their front door open and let anybody just walk in. They make sure they know who comes in their house, who stays there, and who has to go, or who will be arrested if they try to come in. So it's foolish to think that we need to take everybody in because they tell us a story of need and wants. No, this is America first. And that's why when I met President Trump 2015, and he was the only one giving my son a voice. Everybody else ignored us. Matter of fact, Kamala Harris' office had me thrown out of there when I went to visit. Pelosi's office kicked me out, and other angel moms and dads. And Biden, he wants to welcome illegals. He wants to give them free everything, free health care, citizenship amnesty, and we will be flooded. So yes, a border wall helps to make sure we're safe, they are safe, and everything stays within law and order.
I'm glad you brought up the movie that we talked about last week. Yes, we had Namrata Singh Gujral on from America's Forgotten. She's the director of the film. You and your son Dominic were featured in that film. Now, I want you to explain to our audience. So many of our audience members think, well, I'm not in a border state, so I really don't have an opinion one way or the other about a border wall. You have so many friends that you've gone through this journey with that are not in a border state that also had an illegal alien kill their family member. Isn't that right?
That's correct. And we have to look at it that every state is a border state, because illegals don't just stay in Arizona or Texas at the border. They travel. They travel freely. And the left emboldened them to no longer be in the shadows. No, we are pushed in the shadows. And President Trump finally made sure everybody understands that this affects every American family, financially, mentally, physically. There are many people out there that haven't lost a child like I did, but they had a hit and run. Their insurance went up. Their schools, their classrooms are crowded. The ERs are crowded. So it affects all of us. And that's why I believe every city, every state is a border state, border city.
Well, right now we're hearing Joe Biden. We have about a minute left. We're hearing Joe Biden say that he wants to open that wall. He wants to let people through. We're at a high right now for unemployment. We have Americans that need jobs. Isn't this crazy to think that we would allow illegals to come in, give them health care, and provide them with jobs when our own Americans are suffering so badly because of coronavirus?
He should be arrested for aiding and abetting, because that's what he's doing with his rhetoric. What he does, he's sounding a bullhorn to every country, to every coyote, every human smuggler, to tell those people more lies, what's available here, like it shows in the movie. No, we don't all have a Rolls Royce. We don't all have a big house. We are struggling right now to survive. And Biden is so wrong and so dangerous in his rhetoric. And we cannot allow him to get into office, because we will be flooded. And we can't. We have to take care of our own families first, then the neighborhood, then the city, then the state. It has to start at home first. And I'm praying so hard. But I'm on this bittersweet high about yesterday's proclamation, and for all of us to get that voice. So
thank you.
We will win.
Thank you. We have a break coming up, but Sabine Durden Coulter, thank you so much for coming on. Also known as Dom's mom. She is a sweetheart, and I'm so glad we could have her.